The Omega Aqua Terra line has only been with us for a little bit over 2 decades, but it's already making a case for icon status. In the same way the Seamaster Professional 300 and the Speedmaster lines are staples in watch industry lore in their respective categories, the Aqua Terra occupies a niche somewhere between durable field watch and quote-unquote everyday watch, which makes it one of the most versatile watches on the market. Welcome to This on Wrist. My name is Derek, and this is the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra Small Seconds. Let's start with some specs. The Omega Aqua Terra Small Seconds has a case diameter of 41 millimeters, a lug-to-lug of 47.9 millimeters, a thickness of 13.2 millimeters, including the dome sapphire crystal, a water resistance of 150 meters, a lug width of 20 millimeters with a brushed and polished bracelet that tapers down to a butterfly clasp, a horizontal teak pattern dial with a small seconds register and a date window in the correct place at 6 o'clock, rhodium-plated indices and hands with applied superluminova, the METAS certified Omega caliber 8916 with an independently adjustable hour hand and 60 hours of power reserve, all coming in at a retail price of $6,800. At the top of the highlights list is versatility, and I mean that in absolutely every sense of the word. The AT has a look that can easily be dressed up or down, it has more water resistance than you'll ever need, and comes in an extraordinary variety of sizes, styles, and colors. There is quite literally an Aqua Terra for everybody. At the time of making this video, there are 138 SKUs on the Omega website under the Aqua Terra collection. Case sizes range from 43 millimeters on the World Time models, then step down to 41, 38, 34, and 28. Additionally, Omega recently released the black lacquered version, which opts for a clean, non-textured dial that will no doubt be a hit with enthusiasts and casual watch consumers alike. The wearability of the Aqua Terra is excellent, with a lug-to-lug distance that is very compact relative to the case diameter, which makes this easier to wear on a wide variety of wrist sizes. Shout out to my small wrist kings. With the small seconds model I have here, I love the refinement and sophistication the small seconds subdial adds to the feel of the watch. It feels a pinch dressier and makes the simple dial layout more visually interesting. The finishing is excellent. The rhodium-plated markers and hands will actually flash blue when you catch them at the right light, and it makes me happy. I love it. Last but not least, the Omega caliber 8916 features an independently adjustable hour hand that allows for on-the-fly hour adjustments without disturbing the timekeeping of the seconds and minutes. A bit of an under-the-radar feature, but this detail makes this a fantastic travel watch if you're moving between time zones. Moving on to the lowlights, my first complaint is that it's a tad on the thick side for a watch without significant complications. A 13.2 millimeter thickness is by no means beefy, but it's closer to the 13.6 millimeters of the S&P 300 dive watch than it is to the 11.5 and 12 millimeters of the Rolex Explorers and Oyster Perpetuals. And I think that's an important point because these are the actual watches that buyers will be comparing the Aqua Terra to. My second gripe is price. The Aqua Terra starts at $6,300 for a teak dial on a bracelet, which is $400 more than the Seamaster Professional Diver 300M, which comes with a ceramic dial, helium escape valve, 300 meters of water resistance, a rotating bezel with a ceramic insert, and all of that on a bracelet. There's just no way the Aqua Terra costs more to make than the S&P 300, but you'll need to pony up an extra 4 Benjis if you want to look down and see that glorious teak deck pattern on your wrist looking back at you. I understand it's more in alignment with its competitors at that price point, but you have to feel a little bit like you're overpaying at retail. When looking at an Omega Aqua Terra, the first comparison naturally has to be with Rolex at this price point. The 36mm Explorer comes in at $7,250, and the Oyster Perpetual 41 comes in at $6,400. Both have 100 meters of water resistance and comparable timekeeping accuracy, so spec-wise they are similar. So why not jump for the Rolex for about the same price? It's going to come down to availability and preference. I think the Omega would be a no-brainer if it was in the $5,500 range, but it's not. That being said, I do actually prefer the Aqua Terra, and that would be my choice if I were shelling out my own money. Another important consideration is that Omega does not retain value as well as Rolex, so you can find some great secondhand examples of Aqua Terras at a price you might find more appealing. Overall, I think the Omega Aqua Terra is an incredible offering, and I would love to own one in the future. The green teak dial on bracelet, please, and thank you. But I think the model range has a ton to offer and could actually serve as somebody's only watch. And the often spoken about, but never seen, one watch collection, which is a concept I don't even understand, but I hear people have done it. And if you are going to do it, you can't go wrong doing it with an Omega Aqua Terra. Thank you all for checking out this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. That would help me out a bunch. And also comment below if you have anything that you want to contribute to the conversation, such as, hey, would you take this Aqua Terra over the comparable Rolex models? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, everybody.